Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chai Time with Gary PSG match review. Chai,
Pumped, man. Pumped.
first game.
Pumped.
First game. Come on.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm not usually a morning person, but I had to wake up at around 6 o'clock to watch the game.
You have to
Oh,
pick up my slack.
whew. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But you know what, man? It was bloody worth it. It was bloody worth it. There were we'll talk about this in a greater detail, but just to give you like a high level view of what happened, man, I think the tactics were good. Solskjaer had a plan. He put it in place. People worked to the plan, and we got the result.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, if we put up a performance like this in the league, we would be way above in the table than we actually are. I tell you what, man, I was a proud United supporter today.
Bro, you know what's the funny part? There's some memes around the internet going around showing
Yeah.
one Bissaka there. He's taking stuff out of the pocket. First was
And
Neymar
Mbappe.
and Mbappe. It's like,
Man, I tell you what, I think that guy had probably one of the best games in a United shirt, and he chose to do it in Paris.
yeah.
Man, it was incredible. It was incredible. Top
Dude,
to
he
bottom,
just shut down the flank, right? He just shut it down. Like there's nothing there.
look, in he kind of saved a lot of blushes that a midfield, our midfield, which is a calamity and was a calamity in certain times. He saved a lot of blushes. But you know what, man? It's hard to complain when you're so buoyant about the result itself and the way these guys performed.
Yeah.
It was
Much
fantastic, man.
needed going into next weekend's game, I guess. But so
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I'll jump straight into it. Give me your
Yeah.
three best players for the game.
Can I give you 10? Everyone except McTominay.
Okay.
That you know what, man? I'm going to be very brief with this, right?
Yeah.
You asked me for three. I can't put my finger on the top three, but I'll just give you like a brief description of what I thought about the players who played well, right? De Gea did his job. It was good. The one thing we didn't do this time is play out the back. We just kind of pumped it out, right? We didn't mess around.
He
with
had,
the
he
back.
had like I think three or four critical saves, point blank from
Yes.
Kuzawa
I
and
mean,
Mbappe.
There
Crazy.
was one from Mbappe that he did really well with. There was one
Yeah.
from Neymar he did really
Neymar.
well with.
Yeah.
And there was one which kind of should have been a goal but wasn't, but he just kind of lapped it up, right? So De Gea did his job more than well. Deleuze, I think he's a fucking superstar in making. I
Oh,
think,
dude, that guy's
oh
corners,
man,
man, amazing.
man, you could see the whip on the ball. When's the last time I saw that whip?
Like,
Since
McTominay had two chances to convert the headers from the corners. He should have done better, but
he should have done better, but you know what? Let's give the kid a little bit of slack, right?
Yeah.
Considering I'm in a more generous mood today. Tellez was great. I think he's a player in the making. Him and Cavani, when Cavani is playing, his crosses that combination would be great as a plan B or plan A at some points. You never know. So there's a potential in that. Let's Centre backs. Lindelof played like he was bloody Van Dijk for some time, and I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? Luke Shaw, man, I think, dude, he ran his socks off, man.
that central role kind of suits him, right?
Oh, man, I think it suits him, and he kept attacking. He knew Tellez was there. He knew he had cover. He was fearless, and he went for it, right?
Yeah.
And from the
Because Luke
start,
Shaw, for all his faults, I think he reads the game really well. And he's got good pace. Like I don't know, there's something about he's sort of scared to go forward. But in defense itself, he's solid. So
he's solid, man.
Yeah.
So look, no complaints there. Wan-Bissaka, to be quite honest, I think he's close to becoming the man of the match, right? Or probably who was the man of the match. Fred had an amazing second half. I can't complain. Fred's efforts and performance. He was cutting out the balls. He was Sergio Busquets, man. He was cutting out all those crucial balls, disrupted play. Man, it was bloody amazing. Then McTominay was probably the weakest link, I think. I mean, anybody who's playing against Neymar and Mbappe
he's just so rash. That's the only problem I have with McTominay. He's got a kind of read the game a bit better, not jump into every tackle.
That's
I think,
true. But you know what? The question that you have to ask yourself is, would there be any midfielders who do well against Mbappe and Neymar, right? It's difficult. So
yeah.
he was put against the two of the best forward players, right? And he did okay. He did okay. You know what? He was carded, I think, close to the end of the first half, and he kept his cool after that. Before that, he was a non-existent. He was just a player, right? People just walked through him, literally walked through him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, Martial probably had a
Oh,
so-so game.
Martial. Yeah.
Didn't make
Apart from the
big.
penalty that he won,
Yeah,
he missed
he
a.
was.
Yeah. I think he was just like, I don't know whether it was his confidence or what. You know,
He hasn't scored in the. He hasn't
he
scored in
hasn't
the
scored in a
league yet, right? He
while.
hasn't scored this
No,
season yet.
he's not.
Yeah, so I think he's lacking a bit of confidence. Rashford was terrible up until the goal he scored. Terrible,
It's a
terrible.
game of fine margins. I tell you, you can have a
I,
shit game, you score the
oh
winner, and
man,
then you're like, that's it, man
I
of the
was
match.
so frustrated with him. So frustrated with him. He had three clear-cut chances, man, and he flopped all the three, right? But
Yeah.
then you know what? He had the telling goal. So and forgot to mention Bruno. Bruno was a leader, man. Right from he deserved it. He deserved his captaincy. He
He
played
didn't
like
have
a
the best
captain.
game, but he did more than just he did more for the team by being the captain. I think sort of
Yeah.
drove the team forward. I thought.
Oh man, dude, the way he played a couple of balls through the Rashford, it was like you remember the goal Rashford scored against Chelsea the first game last season
Oh
in the
yeah,
4
yeah,
nil.
yeah,
You know the Pogba pass across
yeah,
the field to Rashford? It was those kind of passes. There were
yeah,
three or four when PSG were attacking and we were trying to counter them.
yeah,
And man, if Rashford had kept his cool, we would have been at least three,
yeah,
three, three goals up. Huh? But
yeah.
anyway, I know I went a little too much, but I was just so happy with the boys today. They
Yeah.
were
So good.
fantastic.
Yeah, I think lastly, what do I think a lot of credit has to go to the way Ole set the team out. Like I didn't expect us to go with five at the back. Somehow we managed to pull Tuanzebe out of
Oh, we
the
completely forgot about Tuanzebe. But yeah, go on.
yeah, yeah, out of nowhere, like he's fit for the game, like 8 months out, and then he's thrown out against PSG, which is quite surprising. But to his credit, I think you could argue that he was potentially also man of the match. Like I think honestly, it our defense and the
Yeah.
keeper uh
Yeah.
kind of won us the game.
That's true. That's true. I
Yeah,
think. Look, when I think back, although it's been close to 12 hours since the game ended, so in my recent memory, I can't picture one clear-cut chance for. Um, uh, Obviously, they had wonderful interlinking players and stuff like that, but I can't think of one time where they said where I could have potentially said they should have scored.
yeah. I
Right?
think overall they were quite poor, right? I don't
I
know.
think so. I think so. I
Yeah,
think they weren't up for the test. I think
yeah,
because we play in a very competitive league and they don't do as much. We had more of a preseason run than they would have had at this stage, right? So I
yeah,
think we were fitter. We competed well. Ole set his squad up with a five at the back for a very specific reason, saying the wingbacks will have a little more liberty to go attack.
mm,
So I think they did that. They were fearless, and man, I can't. It's only positives coming out, right? The positives are just too many for me to stop talking about it. But
yeah, yeah. Like I thought it was really clever of Ole to 65 minute take out Teles, bring in Pogba, and then change the formation that looked like a diamond almost.
yes,
And
it
then
was.
once that happened, I
Yeah,
think PSG were completely out of the game. That's it. We kind
yeah.
of control the midfield. Done.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. You know what? You
yeah,
bring out a very good point. I think you bring out two very good points. One in Tuanzebe as well. Now I'm gonna spend a minute on him because I think he's like the best. He has the best qualities of Maguire as well as Eric Bailly. Right? He
mm,
has the mobility of Eric Bailly and he has the composure of Maguire, which are two things that we are kind of lacking in one defender. I
mm,
mean, there are defenders, the three of them who are primary Lindelof, Maguire, and Eric Bailly. This guy kind of has the best qualities of all of them put together. So I think he's going to be really good, man. It's just one of those things that he needs to keep himself fit, needs to put his head down and do the job, right? I think
Yeah.
he's
Like
a diamond in the rough, and he's diamond in the making, right?
yeah, like I mean, Ole was full of praise for him after the game as well. Like
A young kid
you
as
know,
well, huh?
yeah, he's he's got a good future. He just has to keep fit, like you say.
Yeah.
So yeah, final. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No. The other thing that I kind of quickly wanted to mention is the tactical masterclass came when we were shifted back to a back four. There was this period of time it was squeaky bum time where y- they were having all the play, they were having all the possession, and I think it was that critical point where he said, you know what, I think something's not working here. We kept giving away balls very easily and stuff like that. That's when he made a decision saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to take Tellez off and I'm going to bring Pogba on, and that kind of shifted, or we gathered more momentum after that. I
Yeah,
think, all in all, man, he played a masterstroke today, man.
yeah.
And
I have
all
to
the
get
things that I've said about him, about Jose and stuff like that, I might have to take it back. Sorry, you were saying I cut you off.
No, I was saying that I think this is the first time I've seen Ole actually show some um, tactical ability or capability for games. I was really impressed by how he managed. Substitutions came the right time. He changed the tactic the right time,
Yeah,
and I think everything worked perfectly for us. So
absolutely. I think if I'd like to see a similar style of starting lineup against Chelsea as well.
mm,
It'll be good because that'll give us a little more width on the flanks,
mm,
and people will be a little more, I guess, how do I put it, a little more courageous
mm,
to trial stuff out, right?
yeah.
And another good thing was the two at the front, I think, kind of works with. I mean, I would probably play a little more attacking midfield, but we'll talk about that when we do the Chelsea game. But yeah, I'd keep the two up front and play a diamond or something like that. Man, that was fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I think five at the back kind of works with us with Tellez now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, good. All right. I guess that's it. Yeah. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in to Chai Time with Gary. Until our next episode, where we'll be discussing about the Chelsea preview on Friday.
Big
Yeah,
week, huh?
big week. We've got a big few weeks coming up, in fact. So I'll see you then.